Hey guys, we are back. It is Sunday morning. You know the drill. We've got some Crucible and coffee. All right, hope you guys are having an awesome day. We're in here for week 5, round 2 of season 15. We did pull off a win in the first round if you guys did not catch that. So let's jump in here to round 2 and see what we've got lined up for the second round. All right, we did grab a victory. D easy. Good round, brother. Good luck in the second and third rounds. All right, so it looks like second round we're up against Ash. Ash, if you see this, good luck, my friend. Let's jump in here and take a look and see where Ash is sitting. Ash does have Professor X at 232. I have not looked at ours in a while, so I'm going to say... So about 80 mil punch up. Let's jump in here real quick and take a look at what we've got. All right, room 1. They swapped out Scroll for Shadow King. I think that could be an issue for Liberty, because Scroll's not going to be putting a bunch of vulnerables out there. We'll have to wait and see, though. I'm not sure if Liberty will work there or not, but we'll find out. And then, of course, room 2, you got essentially Wanda's Revenge. And then, wow, Odin and Professor X in room 3. And I ran across this a couple weeks ago, I think. And it was a nightmare. Let's see. Now they're going to have the spawning pre-taunt, so we're probably going to bring in Kestrel. I think I've got a team built for this, and I don't know if it'll work, but we'll try it out. All right, and then we've got Orcus with Ancient One and Dormammu. We'll probably use Vigilante there. Skrull, Black Knight. I don't know who that is. I don't know that I've seen that person. It's got to be an old character. I'm not really sure who that is. We'll find out when we go in there. I don't know. I think Cabal might struggle there. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then we have Thunderbolts on offense, which we'll use against the Night Stalkers. This is going to be a little bit tricky, I think. I'd say first things first, let's jump into room 1, and let's find out together whether or not Liberty's going to work here. Something tells me that they're not, but we'll find out soon enough. Guys, let me know in the comments down below. How are your rounds going? Of course, I forget to mention this pretty much every video, but we did open a Discord. The link is in the description if that's something you guys are interested in. We'd love to have you. Let's see. Okay. Well, put a lot of vulnerables out there. Okay, there goes Omega. How many? 3? I think this might just push Thanos and put us in a bad position, but you know us, we're going to try it. Okay, it did not push Thanos, which is tremendous. Let's see. I was really hoping that she wouldn't do that. Let's see. We can't get to Omega. Let's go ahead and go in here. Maybe this will kill Thanos. No, it did not, which is not great for us. Okay. I think that would have worked. If we would have went about it a little bit different, I think it still could have worked. But we've just got Phoenix and Thanos to deal with. That's not going to be any issue whatsoever. So we'll definitely be able to clean that up. This is the one I'm concerned about. Because this is a room that could actually go and... I think... Yeah, I built this team the other night because I saw somebody else with this. I don't have any idea how this will work. However, Kestrel is going to stop him from spawning the taunt, which means we can go right after Professor X with Mephisto's basics. We do not want to use a special because we do not want to put taunt on Ancient One for them to just destroy. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. This is going to be an interesting one. Obviously, we're not expecting to clear this with this team. But I would like to get rid of Professor X at the very least. I don't know what's happening. Let's see. Okay. Do we go ahead and get rid of Odin? I think we do. I think we then stun Professor X. Do not stun her. Okay. Now we stun Professor X. Oh my gosh, don't block it. That wasn't great. Hit Kestrel. Okay. Let's go over here. We got to go after Professor X and get rid of him. That was not fantastic losing her. Okay. I need Black Cat to go. Does he have an evade again? I think he has an evade again. My goodness. These evades are killing me. Okay. I think we're going to do that different, and we're going to go after Professor X at the beginning and get rid of him and worry about Odin. All right. I feel way more confident coming into a cleanup with Odin than Professor X waiting with his ultimate. Okay. Stick around long enough for Odin to lose his charges. Get rid of Emma. Perfect. All right. That's absolutely perfect. Okay. I think we should have went after Professor X the first time instead of leaving him. Yeah, that right there I am perfectly good with. Let's see. We're going to come back to that, but I don't think that's going to be very difficult to clean up. All right. That went as good as I could possibly have hoped. All right, let's go in here with Vigilante and see how that goes. There we go. Okay. Actually, room 5 is the one that I'm a little bit concerned about, too. All right, let's get in here with her ultimate. Okay, we're going to go ahead and use his special so we can hit everyone. Get everybody's energy down so Punisher can kill everyone. Okay, and this should do it. There we go. Very good. All right. That went very well. Room 5 is making me nervous. Okay, let's see. I don't know if Cabal is going to be able to beat this. I think Immortal X-Men can beat it without a problem. Question is, can Cabal beat this room? And I think they can. So we're going to bring them in here. Let's see. Yeah. I think we'll leave Ares in there. He does pretty massive damage. And he's got a stun, so we'll go with this. We're going to go here. No crit certainly wasn't great. Okay. It's like having a bunch of gambits over there. Let's get rid of that one. At the very least, dodge. And there we go. Very good. Man, I love Cabal so much. I've never used them against that team. That certainly seemed like they would beat that team, and there we go. All right, that makes room 5 a little easier for us. Because now we can use Immortal X-Men. All right. Then we can stun Super Scroll. And should be downhill from there. Okay. This should do it. Very good. All right. We're going to use Thunderbolts in room 6, and then we are going to do our absolute best to clean up these last 2 rooms. All right. Okay. I like the ISOs. All right, let's roll. All right, let's go ahead and get Songbird in here. Well, that definitely didn't work. I did not think about the fact that this room, clearing everything all the time, is going to be a nightmare for Thunderbolts and Songbird. So, we're going to go ahead and save them. And we'll go ahead and use them to clean up this room. Note to self, Thunderbolts gets wrecked by Night Stalkers in room 6. Okay. There we go. That was an easy cleanup. Let's go ahead and clean up the Odin room so that we can take a look at what we have left to see if we are going to be able to take out the other room. All right, so we are going to use Old Man Logan to stop charges. I think we're gonna go ahead and use Illuminati in room 6. Okay. Let's see who else we want to bring in here. Yeah, why not? She does crazy damage. All right. Let's see if we can get in here and clean this up. And then we'll try Illuminati in room 6 and see if we can get through it with that. Okay. Let's get slow out there. Okay, let's see if we can get a stun over there. I don't think we're going to clear this room, guys. We'll see. But I'm really not thinking so. Look at that. Old Man Logan coming through. I did not see that happening. But you know what? Sometimes I'd rather be lucky than good. I will absolutely take that for sure. All right. Let's go in here with Illuminati and see if we can make that work. If not, we will at least try to get rid of Blade and Oath so we can hodgepodge something to beat it on the 3rd attempt. Oh, let's see. Here we go. All right. Let's see if we can make it work. Main thing is we just need to get a full clear. Our defense is pretty strong, so if we can get a full clear, we've got a chance to win. All right. Okay, we should not have this happening right now. All right, guys, we are back in here. LD player locked up. So we are on our third attempt. Hopefully LD player is not going to lock up again and cost us this room. It must just be LD player because I checked my upload and download speed and it is flying. So must be overloaded on the system for LD player. I don't know. But hopefully it will hold itself up long enough for us to get through this room. And I certainly hope Illuminati works because we're not going to have another chance. All right. Let's get in here and hope that this does not lock up and cost us this room. All right. Let's cross some fingers. Okay. We are definitely going to do safeguard. We're not going to put any type of slow out there for blade to flip. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stun blade. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and stun her. She's got immunity. I didn't even see it with all that stuff out there. Okay, let's go ahead and go after her so she doesn't bring somebody back. All right, very good. Okay, we've definitely got this one in the books as long as it doesn't lock up on us before we kill these people. All right. And that should do away with oath. Okay, very good. All right, we got through it. We did a full clear. A couple of the rooms weren't pretty. I think we had, what, 4 dropped attacks? Maybe 5 with the one that locked up. Let's jump in and check. All right, so we had 1 in room 1. Of course, Liberty did not work there. Clean up with Thunderbolts. 7970. Cabal, easy work in room 2. 8370. All right, room 3. We did get saved by Old Man Logan in here. 7545. All right, and then Vigilante, easy cleanup in room 4. Easy room 5 with Immortal. And room 6. I should have just used Illuminati right out of the gate because I know they work, but I don't know why, but I felt like Thunderbolts would walk over that team. I was clearly wrong. So do not use Thunderbolts against Night Stalkers in room 6. I have used them in room 2 against them, and they destroy them. But room 6, it does not work. Stick with Illuminati. All right. So we don't have a great score by any stretch of the imagination. However, we do have a pretty tough defense. So we should have a decent shot of still winning this, because we do have a pretty decently tough defense. Now, obviously they have Starjammers on offense. They're going to easily be able to mirror this, but that's going to eliminate their capability to use Starjammers here, 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 or here. which is what we want. So they don't have Odin. They do not have Professor X. So they've got Mephisto and Null, and somehow, without access to Starjammers, they're going to have to figure out a way to clear this room, and this room with minimal dropped attacks. And that's going to be fairly difficult, I think. I think we've got a decent shot of still picking up this win, but only time will tell. Looks like they have started attacking. Let's take a look. They used a Cursed Apocalypse into room 2, which absolutely held. And then they used Immortal X-Men into the Professor X room and completely wrecked it. Let's jump in here and take a look at this. So that's going to take Storm's charges. Okay. Professor X never took a turn. That's how you beat Professor X. All right. That's very interesting. All right, and it looks like he has finished attacking, so we do have a final, and we did grab the victory. Let's jump in here real quick and take a look and see where we had struggles here. All right, looks like on room 1, he came in with Cabal, Null, Mephisto. That could not get through it. Liberty also could not get through it. And then, of course, he tried a little mixture there at the end and could not clear that room. So room 1 held up for us perfect. Room 2, I do want to give a shout out to Flint. Flint gave me this idea to use Apocalypse with Night Stalkers. And so far, first round, Flint, appreciate you, buddy. You were exactly right. It did pull off a dropped attack. I appreciate that a lot. Then they came in and finished it up with Superior 6 with Logan. Room 3, they did finish off with Illuminati. Room 4, we already looked at. Immortal X-Men cleared first attack. No surprise there, Starjammers. But I do like this idea. It pulled Starjammers away to where they could not use them anywhere else, which is perfect. And then room 6, they could not clear as well. They came in with Vigilante, and then they did cancel next 2. So room 1 and room 6 held for us awesome. And we ended up pulling off the victory in round 2. So I'm super excited about that. And of course, I appreciate you guys watching. You know the drill. If you got some value out of this, share it with your friends. Hit that like. Hit the subscribe if you haven't. Slap that bell around. You know the drill, guys. Until the next video tonight on round 3, stay positive and enjoy the game.